Hello and welcome to this week's Sunday show, and we have a very special guest this week, and this guest is none other than Jesus, and he has spoken to me earlier this afternoon and said that he would be willing to talk for this afternoon. And he says to me that one of the things that he's troubled about in our world is that we have he says that we have much heartache, and he's concerned about our heartache. He says that many people are troubled in their minds and in their hearts about their lives. And he says that our life was very different. We had different troubles, but today he sees many people have these sort of troubles where they are troubled in their mind and in their heart. And for many people, they have lost loved ones to our world. And he says that it troubles him to see your troubled minds about the loss that you feel there's a sort of an empty, he's describing it as an emptiness. And he says to me that what we need to do is, and what's so important, is that if only he could encourage you to understand that our world is very much alive. Our world is full of people that want to help you, full of people that love you, and they are only like a breath away. And he says that in times of need, it is always our job, whoever we are in the spirit world, to assist our loved ones on the earth plane. And we come very, very close when there is a time of need. We come very close and we do everything in our power to help you. And he says, as you know, I am very close to God, our Father. And he says, I speak to God many, many times throughout time. And he says that I always say to God, if only people could take away the misery of life, and if only people could take away that hurt and that pain, and just have the love in our hearts that we experience when we are in our world, in the spirit world. And he says to me that God has always spoken directly back to him. And he says that we must understand that the experience of life that we have on the earth plane is an important experience. It is an experience that discovers and experiences all sets of emotions: fear, anger, hate, bitterness, love, jealousy, hatred, all those sort of emotions. And he wants us to experience every aspect of life. But he says to me that it is also about how we deal with the emotions that is the important part of life. We can deal with the emotions with much bitterness and hurt people and be aggressive and angry and have all that sort of hatred. Or we can deal with those emotions in a different way. We can decide that it is important to always have that love in our heart. And if we can have that love in our heart, we are able to walk forward in a way that is closer to God. We are able to walk forward always knowing that we will be doing the right thing. Because if we operate from a position where we have love in our heart, then nothing can be wrong in the way that we are working and operating. Of course, we cannot be responsible for those people that act in a different way. But it is important to know it is always about how we personally operate. And he says that he has tried to speak to many people on many occasions about how the importance of having love in your heart for every human mankind, for every person that exists that is living, not only in the spirit world but also on the earth plane. And he says that he sees his role as not only having love in his heart, but helping mankind wherever he can, giving people support wherever he can. And he says, and he looks towards his mother, Mother Mary, and he says to me, when I look at my mother and look at the humanitarian that she is and how she helps numerous people all at once, I am in awe. I am in awe of my mother, for she is my true example of how to be. And I model myself always on my mother. And I say to you, be like my mother, be like myself, and have love in your heart and help people wherever you can in life. And he's thanking you for all listening. And he says that he is grateful for your attention. And he also is saying to me that he wishes to speak more times, and he's promising to come forward more often in our talks. And so, if you like this talk from Jesus and the words that he has spoken, please subscribe on the button down below, and also there's this little bell that you can press, which means that you get notifications on YouTube when I've put something else on. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.